Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen A. Smith acknowledges that Lavar Ball may be right. You know, all the reports came out just going crazy off of the statements LaVar Ball made on CBS Sports involving the Rudy Poo workouts, the rubber bands. Mind you, all of these things were stated on Flight Sports TV on our exclusive interview, but we ain't gonna get all into that. You know, Stephen A. Smith says you cannot definitively say that LaVar Ball is wrong here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is some kind of marketing scheme. It would be major fireworks. I'm pretty sure the ratings would be through the roof if you got LaVar and Stephen A. That seems to be the end goal here for Stephen A. Smith. We have just seen a complete 180. You understand? Stephen A. Smith he acknowledged that LaVar Ball called him the $3 bill, which was hilarious. We put out a piece on that. Make sure y'all go check that out. That was on Vlad TV when LaVar Ball had a epic interview, where he touched on many topics that had, the community just in an uproar, in good and indifference. You understand? And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. LaVar Ball, if it's not one thing, and if it's not two things for certain, when he speaks, the whole world got something to say afterwards. And I knew it wasn't gonna be long before Stephen A. Smith, pretty much got involved in these statements. Also, what I took away from this situation was when Stephen A. Smith acknowledged the $100 million contract that LaMelo Ball signed for Puma. You understand? And you have LaVar Ball coming out saying that these shoes are raggedy, these shoes are this, that, and the third. Mind you, Melo signed this contract before the season, before he was a rookie, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, the contract was reportedly worth $100 million, a private jet. We don't. That's what was reported. You understand? So we don't know what's going to happen here. That's what I'm saying. People think this is one big joke. You understand? Do not be surprised if it's a situation where LaMelo and Puma sever ties. You understand? Because when that happens, that's when you're gonna understand that with LaVar Ball ain't just running around speaking because he got lips. Something is going on here. LaVar Ball has already rung the alarm that these shoes are not made properly for LaMelo Ball. You understand? So, point blank, period. Things gonna have to get rectified out here, man, because we are talking about the future of the game of basketball right here, and this is LaMelo Ball. I understand we got the Halliburtons, we got the Edwards, we got the Brunsons, we got whoever you want to put out there. You understand the Greens now. It seems like, listen, you get LaMelo Ball, a competent organization, a competent personnel on the floor. We are discussing a whole nother ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, I don't know what's going to be the end goal of all of this, but Lonzo, of all reports, everything is on track for him to return this season. These reports coming from Stephen A. is real tricky because he continues to say that Lonzo was supposed to be back in January. That is a false accusation that he is running around the airways. As soon as the season starts, I want everybody this is the God honest truth. AK and Lonzo said Lonzo was shut down for the whole entire season. How is Stephen A. Smith running around national airways talking about Lonzo was supposed to be back in January and he's still not back? That's a very dangerous statement that he's running around saying. That is completely false. And I'm going to tackle that whole situation. Do not worry about it. I don't like what's going on, right? That's my only issue. Now Stephen A. Smith, we all know what he's doing. Well, if you want to call him the face of ESPN, all that, all this, that, and the third. People have pretty much kind of did a 180 on him. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen this. I was discussing this the other day with somebody. It wasn't just wasn't a while ago when Max Kellerman and all of them was there. Owens was violating them. Now he's looked at as a pillar. You understand? In what's going on, but I don't know how it happened. Maybe we get in the comment section to figure out how he was able to change everything around. Now he got Shannon Sharp standing next to him. It's crazy. We all all know the relationship with Lavar and Shannon. You know, Lavar talked to Shannon. There's something going on here to me. There seems to be a holdup between Big Baller Brand and Stephen A. Smith. And I think LaVar is not interested in speaking with Stephen A. And I think this is what's causing this whole riffraff. I wouldn't be a situation, and to be honest with you, LaVar ain't even acknowledging this whole thing. That's the whole funny part of the situation. LaVar ain't said nothing about Stephen A, even though Stephen A. Smith continues to say his name, continues to say this, continues to say that. Today, I must acknowledge that it was very positive. You know, to me personally, I think Stephen A. was being very critical, maybe overly critical at times. Like I said, you got a situation where he's spreading out false rumors. You know, and that who's to say that could be a reason why LaVar is upset. You know, I'm the one just telling you now that was a cold blooded lie. You know, so I mean, it's messed up. But nonetheless, man, they're gonna be back and homage will be paid. You know, Lonzo, we all know he's in a unique spot. I ain't gonna continue to, speak on that. And Melo, if he was to leave Puma, he would be like I'm trying to explain to you, he would be one of the biggest commodities in sports. Because you have Jordan looking at him, you have Nike, you have him, you have I'm just trying to tell you, this is going to be crazy. Do you just see what he did with Puma? Now, Puma, on the other hand, they just got into the basketball market. We all know that. Puma wasn't known for basketball sneakers. You understand? So who's to say they knew how to manage a star like this? We know LaMelo is going on world tours. He's promoting this. He's promoting that. But at the end of the day, they've never been in this spot before. You understand? We at the end of the day, we're gonna have to hear from the horse's mouth. We maybe Melo may have to come out and say something because we still see Melo promoting the shoes. We all know it's a contract, $100 million contract in place, and it seems like LaVar's statements, LaMelo's injuries, they're all coming into a collision course here. You understand? And something's gonna have to be acknowledged. And like I said, I already know what LaVar Ball is saying is right because he's said it over and over again, and it's coming to pass. And now you're seeing people just now catching on to what's going on. But to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, this is old news. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. Listen, Stephen A. Smith, he had to acknowledge this. Stevie Wonder, could see it. LaVar Ball is just a legend. Shout out to the CEO of Big Baller Brand. Make sure you get your Triple B products at bigballerbrandinc.com. You already know what it is. Shout out to the Chino Hills. Shout out to the Chino Hills Prodigy, Lonzo Ball ZO2. You already know what it is. LaVar Ball is just continuing to, echo to the world, what the importance of Lonzo to the Bulls, the importance of Lonzo to the game. Now you see LaVar Ball coming out with Melo, and continuing to knock on the door of Puma. At some point, the president of Puma, somebody gonna have to come out, and speak point blank. Period. It's gonna get to that point. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is.